And for the champions, hello, good morning, welcome to Star 103.5 FM. Thank you so much for joining us, wherever you're doing the listening from. Good morning to you. My name is Jones, ADZI, Jones Aji. It is the sports chat. This morning, have news from the FA Cup in England, news, of course, from the English Premier League, and Ruud van Nistelrooy, coach of Leicester City. He's going to be coaching Jordan Ayew and then Abu Fatah Ishahaku. Well, he's had his first words as a manager of Leicester City. Would get to listen to him, and then would also move, of course, to the English Premier League, because some action is going to be on tonight, and then tomorrow Arsenal are going to take on Manchester United. Ruben Amorim has been speaking. Charlie, Manchester United fans, you guys are feeling. Yes, so a lot happening in the world of sports, and then of course we would also get to first of all listen to leaders in the English Premier League who are on top of the English Premier League. Liverpool and Starr has come out to say that, guys, we don't want to get complacent. So let's just start off from Starr, who has actually said, his Liverpool manager Starr says Chelsea and Arsenal are capable of going on unbeaten runs, and so his team shouldn't get carried away after they beat Man City. Liverpool are first and are 9 points ahead of second place Arsenal and 11 points ahead of champions Manchester City, and have lost just one game in the Premier League this season. However, the Dutch tactician wants his team to be focused and not get carried away. Let's get to listen to Arne Slot.
Win anything, it's all about consistency, and these teams like Madrid, like City, but I saw Arsenal yesterday and I saw Chelsea today. They are all capable of getting the same winning streak as we had. So let's not get carried away by one or two wins. It's all about consistency till the end of the season, keeping the players fit, keeping them playing with this much energy. And like you probably saw today, I only had 5 defenders available, so to win something in the end, that's such a long way to go, and so many challenges you have to take. But it's good that we are capable of winning against these teams in our own style.
Right, so Coach and Slot says they don't get it carried away at all, and they'll take things slowly. Of course, he believes that injuries can also affect their plan, but then they are on top of the English Premier League table. Now let's move to another Premier League side, Leicester City, because new boss Ruud van Nistelrooy has revealed his pain at leaving Manchester United, but vowed to stamp his authority on the Foxes. The former Red Devil striker replaced Steve Cooper at the King Power Stadium on Friday, signing a deal until 2027. This comes after a 4-game spell as interim manager at Old Trafford, following the sacking of Erik ten Hag before he left when Ruben Amorim was appointed last month. So now let's get to listen to Ruud van Nistelrooy.
It was a good period. It was short and intense, but I was happy to help get the club back, steady the ship, I called it, and the 4 games, and now they're on a run of good results on top of those 4 games. So that's great to see. I really enjoyed it, being responsible, create a connection with the team, with the supporters, and able to turn the momentum for the club a little bit, and that is our job. And that felt great to do, and just got better. Now I'm in this position to do it again.
Now Van Nistelrooy inherits a squad. We've actually struggled to bond with Cooper and have come under fire following last week's Christmas party trip to Copenhagen, with the players told their behavior was unacceptable. However, he says he checked on their characters before taking the role and believes the players must respect his authority.
That is what needed to be done, and the Sunday was the first time that I was here. Was it yesterday? It feels longer now. Feels longer, but yesterday was the first time I met the players and staff and members. Everybody here was working, and I had a meeting with the players, and it was the first thing to address the situation that we're in, and the challenge that we're facing, and what's necessary to get out of that situation where we're in. obviously with the run of results over the last weeks and the Brentford game, it's up to reacting and clarity about how we're going to do things. And of course, in 2 days, it's difficult to make a lot of changes, but as a staff, we started to make the changes that we think are necessary in the style of play and in the training sessions and in the structure of the team. But little by little, it's time to build a foundation of a highly.
Right now, let's move on to
this difficult league.
Manchester United side. Don't forget that Ruud van Nistelrooy was a Manchester United striker and an interim manager for United. 4 games, he won 3 and then played a draw with Chelsea. Now to Ruben Amorim, who actually came on to take over from Ruud van Nistelrooy. He says he doesn't like Manchester United fans chanting his name, but it's of course an honor to be chanted in the stadium. Now the United head coach has won 2 of his first 3 games in charge of the club, and while far from perfect, the team have shown great signs of improvement. The Red Devils have been singing Ruben Amorim and Ruben's at the wheel to the tune of Give It Up by Casey and the Sunshine Band, with the song heard loud and clear during the 4-0 Premier League win against Everton on Sunday. But when asked about the chant and the growing connection between himself and fans, Amorim revealed he was a little uncomfortable with being serenaded.
I don't like my chant. You say chant. I don't like it. I feel a little bit not embarrassed, but because I'm the coach, they have to chant for the players and for the club. So it's not a good thing for me. I understand. I really appreciate the connection with the supporters, but I want them to support the team and the players because they are on the pitch. I'm outside the pitch, but I'm really honored about that, and I feel a connection with the supporters. But we know that we need results to maintain that.
And to Lenny Yoro, where Amorim also spoke on the defender, the teenage defender who was signed and has actually had no minutes in the Premier League because he went on injured. Well, he has also revealed that summer signing Lenny Yoro would be included in the squad to face Arsenal on Wednesday.
We have one more training session to see it. Maybe Lenny Yoro is going to be in the squad. I felt that is in the good moment now. His fitness is better, so I think he is going to be in the squad. The rest I have to see it because some players were tired. We have to assess tomorrow in training.
Okay, now let's move on to the FA Cup, not the MTN FA Cup, the FA Cup in England, because Manchester United have been drawn and on our way to Arsenal, 14-time FA Cup winners Arsenal. Premier League leaders Liverpool will host League 2, Accrington Stanley, while Manchester City welcome class of 92 owned Salford City. So let me just bring you some results from fixtures pairings from the FA Cup. Southampton take on Swansea City, Arsenal, Manchester United, Exeter City, Oxford United, Lens Orient take on Derby County, Reading play Burnley, Aston Villa take on West Ham United, Norwich City and Brighton Hove Albion, Manchester City face Salford City. So they have some games where we see Tottenham Hotspurs go away to Hull City play Doncaster Rovers, Sunderland up against Stoke City, Leicester City would meet Queen's Park Rangers, Brentford against Plymouth, and then Coventry City take on Sheffield Wednesday, Newcastle United play Bromley, and Everton take on Peterborough United. So Ipswich Town would face Bristol Rovers, Fulham take on Watford, Crystal Palace take on Stockport. So there you have some drawing from the FA Cup that was made yesterday. All right, it's still live here on Star 103.5 FM. Is the sports chat. Let's move to some results yesterday. And Sevilla took on Osasuna. That game ended 1-1. And then Roma were at home. Interestingly, Roma were at home and lost to Atalanta by 2-0. They have a new coach. Claudio Ranieri is a new coach for Roma, and they were hoping to get a result against Atalanta. But trust me, Gasperini's boys are on fire. So we saw goals coming in from Zaniolo and then Martin De Roon. So this result actually means that Atalanta would be moving to second place in the table. I mean, you can see Napoli first with 32 points, Atalanta second with 31 points, Inter third with 28 points, and then Fiorentina, they have one game to play. Inter also has one game to play. So it is just close in the Italian Serie A. Napoli 32, Atalanta 31, Inter have one game, 28, Fiorentina have one game, 28, and then Lazio have played all 14 games, 28 points, and then Juventus lies it with 26 points. So interesting in the Italian Serie A. And tonight we're going to have some games in the English Premier League. Ipswich will take on Crystal Palace. Leicester City play West Ham. So Ipswich's game is at 7:30, and then Leicester take on West Ham at 8:15. Barcelona are going to be in action tonight, and they are going to take on Mallorca. So at 6 p.m. Mallorca taking on Barcelona. Let's see if Barcelona can extend their lead. They just lead Madrid with just 1 point, and they need to actually get some results to actually move far from Madrid, because Madrid has one game in hand. Now let's move to boxing, where Daniel Dubois will make the next defense of his IBF heavyweight world title against Joseph Parker on February 22nd. Dubois made the IBF interim titleist when he beat Philip Hogreave in June. His status was upgraded to full world champion when Alexander Usyk's commitment to his December 21st rematch with Tyson Fury meant he had to vacate that belt. So Dubois then established his own world championship credentials with an emphatic knockout victory over Anthony Joshua inside 5 rounds at Wembley Stadium in September. All right, so that should do it for sports this morning. Star 103.5 FM. Don't forget to join us on the game at 1 p.m. My name is Jones, ADZI. The morning show continues.